MLPs are a great place where you can have some good income and you can add it to your portfolio having a pretty good dividend yield. But the problem with MLPs is that dreaded K1 form. And you know what I'm talking about if you've ever gotten one. These things are ridiculous because they show up late, you have to pay extra money for your tax accountant. You have all sorts of problems with this K1 form. If only there was an ETF to make it simpler and to make it more tax efficient, plus giving a better yield. That's where Neos comes into play, and they created an ETF to kind of solve those problems. And that ETF is MLPI. Now, MLPI not only saves us on taxes, but it gives us a better yield of around 14 to 15%. MLPs do about 7, 8, maybe even 9% for their yield, but MLPI adds a little bit more to that. So today we're going to be talking about MLPI, the Neos ETF, saving us on taxes on those MLPs. So let's get to it. Let's dive in. This video is purely educational content. It should not be considered personal finance advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and I don't know your financial situation, risk tolerance, or even investment goals. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, and always do your own research and consider consulting with a qualified financial professional before making any investment. All right, let's get on to the video. Hey guys, my name is Steve, and I run the Frugal Expat website where we try to help people to save more and invest better. And today we're talking about MLPI, the tax efficient way to own some MLPs and get us some great yield. All right, let's get to it. Now, MLPI is the Neos MLP and Energy Infrastructure ETF. This ETF solves a lot of different problems. And if you have been following my channel for a while, I have talked about Neos many times. I've talked with Troy Cates about different products, and we have talked about having QQQI as a great stable, having SPYI being a great stable, IWMI doing some small caps, but today we're looking at MLPI. Now, MLPI is a little bit different, and it solves a lot of questions and a lot of things that probably many people are looking at. They're looking at MLPs. They want to add them to their portfolio because they have a pretty good yield. But the problem with MLPs is they're just tax tricky. Now, not tax efficient, but very tax tricky. It just makes it difficult. It makes it unwanting to be a part of your portfolio. And Neos took kind of those problems and solved them with MLPI. They're selling covered calls on the MLP index. They're creating income that way, plus being able to kind of give you guys some tax efficiency along the way. Today we're going to be talking about why income investors have been avoiding MLPs. We're going to be talking about what MLPI does and kind of the strategy behind it. We're going to be talking about the yield of MLPI and some tax advantages of owning MLPI versus owning an MLP. So let's get to it and let's get started. To understand why MLP matters, first of all, you need to understand what MLPs are, master limited partnerships. And kind of the bad thing about it are those K1 forms. And so those are the stickler that really is kind of putting some pain in people's sides. Now, MLPs have been one of the highest yielding investments on the US market for decades. You have companies like Kinder Morgan, Williams Companies, TC Energy, and some other ones that are part of these MLPs. So they operate gas pipelines, storage facilities, and what they do is they charge fees for energy companies to use them. It's like a toll road. You need to pay the toll in order to use the road. And that's what energy companies are doing. They're paying a toll or a fee in order to use these infrastructure pieces that these other companies are running. Now, since they're collecting the fees, they're sending out a majority of these fees to their investors. And that's why a lot of investors like them, because you got the high yield. But the problem is, instead of sending out a 1099 to those investors, they send out a K1 form. Now, with K1 forms, first of all, they get sent out between March and April, which could be a little bit too late. Tax softwares have issues with them. Tax accountants may charge you extra for filling out these forms. And so they become kind of a nightmare. Another thing is they come out with a UBTI, which is an unrelated business taxable income. So they may not be good for an IRA because they could have some unexpected tax liabilities. And this is just not a good way to have in some of those tax advantage accounts. So what happens with MLPs is a lot of income investors like that yield, that 7 to 9%. But then when all the nightmares start to happen, they just kind of take their money and walk away. And so a lot of advisors are thinking about how can we make this better? And one of the things that Troy Cates does is he looks at those companies, he talks to advisors, and he makes one problem solved. That's where we come out with MLPI. Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And one of my favorite places to track my portfolio is Snowball Analytics. Now, Snowball Analytics has been a great place that I've been tracking my portfolio since February 2025. You can see what your stocks are doing throughout the day. You can have some good news. You can have some blog articles. You can even look up some different ETFs and be able to see how much your ETFs are paying, yielding on cost, and how much their distributions are able to pay out. Now, this is a great place where I can track my income ETFs, my dividend ETFs, my growth ETFs, and seeing how much I'm getting every single month. So if you want to track your portfolio and you want to try a free version or even the paid version, I'm going to leave a link in my description, in my pinned comments, and you guys can use also the promo code, the Frugal Expat. All right, let's get back to the video. So let's talk about it. What is MLPI and how does it actually work? MLPI is the NEOS MLP Energy Infrastructure ETF. This ETF was launched in December of 2025. It's got a little bit over $480 million in assets under management, so it's continuing to grow. It's got an expense ratio of 0.68%, meaning it costs about $68 for every $10,000 invested. Now with this ETF, it is tracking the MLP index, and so it's allowing it to have the ability to sell options on top of that index. And so it's selling some cover calls on those index. It's creating some income for the yield to allow it to have a distributions of anywhere between that 14 to 15%. And so it's pretty good for those that are looking for some good income. Now, the price appreciation for MLPI for year to date has been about 15.55%. Total return is around 21.55%. Now, this ETF is doing much better than the S&P 500, doing much better than NASDAQ 100. It's doing really good compared to those classic pretty big growth indexes. Now, the reason this could be is because oil has gone up, energy has had the energy crisis with Iran war in March, and so we have so many different things going into it. But the cool thing is, if you're looking for some good income and tax efficiency, MLPI could be that ETF for you. Now, NEOS is also doing some tax loss harvesting in order to create some more tax efficiency within the portfolio. And so there's just some great steps that it's doing to make this a great ETF. Now, some of those top companies are going to be Enbridge, it's going to be Williams Companies, TC Energy, and even Kinder Morgan. Those are 4 of the top 10 within this portfolio. Now, of course, with using covered calls, we're kind of capping our upside, but we're not really expecting these companies to skyrocket like an AMD or a Micron. We're expecting these companies to consistently pay us more cash flow. And that's the good thing about these infrastructure companies, is because they're paying out pretty good yield and allowing the investors to have some good distributions. Now, the problem of MLPs, like I said before, is those K1 forms. And with MLPI, you're kind of eliminating those K1 forms and creating the 1099s that are much easier to use instead of those K1 forms. So what NEOS is doing is they're giving you exposure to MLPs. They're giving you a good yield of 14 to 15%. They're giving you tax efficiency, and they're allowing you to have a different asset that's not correlated with the overall equity markets. And so those are some great reasons why MLPI could be something to be added to your portfolio. Now, if we are trying to look on how we can use this yield, the yield is sitting at about 14.72% distribution rate according to NEOS website. Now, if we wanted to have this into our portfolio and we wanted to have some sort of exposure to an energy fund, there are some classic energy funds like an XLE, like a VDE, and some other energy funds. Now, if we were to invest $100,000 into one of those, and the yield is going to be anywhere between 3 to 4%, we're going to have probably $4,000 at the end of the day with like an XLE or a VDE. If we were to put that same $100,000 in just an MLP, we're going to get a 7 to 8 to 9%, and let's say it's 9%, we're going to get $9,000 off that $100,000. Now, if we put that same $100,000 into MLPI, which is more tax efficient than MLPs, which is a better yield than the classic energy ETFs, we're going to get a 14 to 15%. And so at a 14.72%, we're going to get about $14,700 for that $100,000 invested. Now it's more tax efficient, it's a higher yield, and it's a pretty good fund that you could add to your portfolio. And the cool thing is these distributions are going to come out monthly, and right now that distribution is sitting at about 0.68 per share. And so if you think about that, it's going to continue to reinvest. It's going to continue to snowball and do better than those that are doing quarterly. Now, just as a side note, that cover calls aren't going to stick to the same distribution rate. That with higher volatility means you're going to get more premiums. Now, Neos is very good at keeping consistent distributions, and so with a Neos product, you're going to still see probably more consistent products, but with lower premiums and lower volatility, you'll probably see possibility of things may go lower in the future. But just continue to watch it, continue to do your research. Now, with tax advantages over MLPs, MLPI gives you two different types of tax advantages. First tax advantage is no more K1 forms. You're going to get that 1099 form, and it's going to make everything much simpler. Tax software is going to love you. Tax accountant, it's going to still be cheaper because you're just adding an additional 1099 form. And so that's a great news to you. Second tax advantage is the ROC. So MLPI is doing some return of capital. With return of capital, you're going to have your cost basis go down a bit, but you're also having your tax deferred to the future. And so you're not paying taxes right now on some of those distributions. And so that could be good news for you. It means you can put this in a taxable account and you may not have to pay taxes on it today. You'd be paying it 10, 15 years down the road when possibly that's going to be long-term capital gains. And so this makes it a much more tax efficient way in order to get some of that income from those MLPs. So you'll only have to pay taxes when you sell the shares. And so today's tax will be tomorrow's future problem. And so it's just going to continue to lower that tax basis. But when you sell the shares, you're probably going to have those long-term capital gains on those shares that you're selling it. Now, tax advantage number 3. Now, Neos uses 1256 contracts with MLPI. And so what they're doing is they're selling cover calls on the index that tracks MLPs, and they're receiving a favorable tax treatment on some of those distributions. What that means is since they're using 1256 contracts, the distributions are going to be taxed at 60%. It's going to be long-term capital gains and 40% as short-term capital gains, making this fund even more tax efficient than it was. That's 3 reasons this saves you on taxes compared to using an MLP. Now, if we were to compare MLPI versus AMLP, we're going to see a little bit some differences. So let's compare the two. Now, AMLP is a Larian MLP ETF. AMLP has been around since 2010. It's got about $12 billion in assets under management, so it's a much bigger fund. But when we take a look at the yield is doing about 7 to 8% annually. MLPI is doing about 14% annually. So MLPI wins. Now, AMLP has most of their MLPs in a C corporation tax umbrella, which means it's going to pay corporate tax on the distributions before it pays it out to you. So that means it's going to have a little bit more tax drive than a regular MLP. And so MLPI, with the tax advantages it has, and I've already explained, it wins. The ROC, 1256 contracts, and the 1099s, it just beats out AMLP. Expense ratio. AMLP charges about 0.87%, while MLPI charges at 0.68%. Well, MLPI wins again with that cheaper expense ratio, saving you more money on those expenses. How about the track record? AMLP has been around for 15 years. MLPI has been around since December. AMLP has been around longer, so it wins on this category, but honestly, I like MLPI much better. And honestly, the verdict is AMLP has probably been the best version of having MLPs within your portfolio using an ETF kind of wrapper around it for the last probably 10 years. But with the introduction of MLPI, it has undercut it and allowed investors to have better tax treatment, better yield, better kind of performance, better expense ratios, and this one is probably my pick if I were to have to pick over the entire energy infrastructure ETF space. So if you're looking for a great kind of niche ETF that gives you high yield, gives you exposure to the energy infrastructure space, gives you some good tax efficiency, MLPI would be my pick for this kind of space. Now let me know in the comments. Do you own any MLPI? How many shares do you own? And are there other kind of niche ETFs out there that I could be making a video about? Let me know in the comments, and make sure to check out this video of my interview with Troy Cates when he talks about MLPI right up here. All right, guys, and I'll see you guys in our next video.